South Pond Farms is buzzing with activity as we prepare to host a completely sold-out supper club.
That's a lot of dough.
Everything is in full bloom and we'll use the freshest local ingredients, some right from our own fields, to serve up an authentic Italian meal.
Just like the grapes, so many.
But it's a race against the clock to make 450 ravioli for the appetizer.
So what's the total amount of hours we've put in on ravioli?
I don't really count that.
I'm Danielle French. 10 years ago, I moved from the city to the country with my 4 daughters, dream in hand, for a more simple side of life. I found my home at South Pond Farms.
This is actually looking beautiful.
Okay. And decided to create special events from scratch, opening my doors to share a taste of the country with everyone. It's the height of the summer, and the fields and meadows at South Pond are sun-kissed with golden light every day. So we're reaching out to the southern coast of Italy to inspire our biggest event of the season, a sold-out Amalfi Coast-themed supper club. It's a way to celebrate the local bounty, take in the sunset over the rolling hills that surround the farm, and taste some delicious Italian-inspired food in our restored romantic barn.
So the supper club was something that I thought might be a good idea last year. I decided sort of spontaneously to try a couple of themed events to see if anyone would come and eat and maybe listen to music. And I found that they did come. Tonight's theme is the Amalfi Coast, and really it's just an excuse to have great Italian food that involves garlic, basil, fresh tomatoes from the garden. I love that simplicity and just using fresh ingredients with a little salt and pepper, a little lemon juice, a little olive oil. The Italian theme is really one of my favorites. We're in the setting of South Pond, and if you look out over these hills here and you see the gentle roll and the trees and the gardens, I'm pretty sure you could close your eyes and you could imagine yourself in Italy today, especially with this beautiful weather.
I have my entire team in place, huddled around one of the big harvest tables in the barn. We've got to prep for a full house tomorrow night.
So, Amy, give us the executive summary of what's going on.
So, we are full. So we have 140 people. This is bigger than a lot of our weddings. A lot of our weddings aren't even this large this year. Anytime that the barn is full, it's always more stressful. Just because more people, there's more to do, it just puts more pressure because there's that many more people that you want to make sure have a great experience while they're here.
So the theme of the dinner is the Amalfi Coast. So we're going to pray for a lot of ocean, beautiful weather tomorrow, blue sky. We've got an Italian-themed menu, lots of fresh herbs, lots of basil, tomato, things that are ripe this time of year.
Italian food is very simple and very fresh, and that's exactly what we focus on. So it lends itself really easily to our entire philosophy perfectly.
I'm feeling a little stressed about the idea of the ravioli.
Pasta for 140 guests will require that we create over 450 pieces of ravioli by hand. That's a lot of pasta for our small event kitchen to prepare in 2 days.
We're plating that, right? We're plating it.
Then we put the entire dinner out. So we've got the arugula, we've got the
snapper, the beef, tomatoes.
We've got the limoncello ricotta on a platter with the figs, and separately in jars the tiramisu.
Tonight's definitely a special night, and I'm always very inspired by the food.
So I'm pretty pumped that this supper club this week is going to be fantastic.
When I was in Italy many years ago, I was at a place and they had these gardens all around the restaurant, and I could see people out in the gardens tending them, picking things, harvesting, and then coming into the restaurant, into the kitchens, and it would literally get washed, cut, and put into the food. And that is what we do as well.
It's beautiful, eh?
you get a lot of opportunity to use what is bountiful right now, what's part of the harvest.
Just like the grapes. So many. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's take a look at these. They look pretty delicious. I think these will be perfect, and we're going to roast them up and have them for dinner tomorrow night.
Okay.
And I'll make sure that you are the first one to try them. So I don't know, Aubrey Rose, if you would like to be in charge of this job, but you just take this off, and then Lisa is going to basically roast all these, and it's going to be delicious.
When I was a young girl, my mother and grandmother passed down everything they knew about cooking to me. That's what I love to do with my daughters every day. Pass on to them how to use farm-fresh ingredients in a simple, wholesome way.
In the meantime, Lisa and I are going to make the ravioli.
I want people to feel they are getting a true taste of Italy tomorrow night. Fresh pasta made with local herbs and vegetables is a must. So we're hand-rolling sweet potatoes, sage and garlic ravioli, and even though they are a lot of work, we're making them from scratch.
Your dough, you need to be able to read a newspaper through it. That's when it's right. So why don't you give it a try?
Homemade ravioli for 140 means we'll need at least 450 individual ravioli. That's a huge job.
What do you think you need to go to the gym? You don't.
There's a lot of work ahead of us, and I need to be on top of this in the kitchen. So I'm relying on Amy, my event coordinator, to handle all the logistics.
We're all working together as a team to actually get one singular event off without a hitch. Okay, so this is a floor plan that I have started for tomorrow.
Okay.
And this is
Parmesan and sweet potatoes and salt and pepper. I think Lisa's actually cursing me right now. She just doesn't want to say. So we're going to get through this. It's going to be fine.
We are. We'll
and then
make it work.
We'll make it work. You know what? That looks perfect, Lisa. Yeah, look at you. Okay, send her to Italy. She's ready to go.
Now that Lisa and I begun the process, we're calling on some helping hands to get the ravioli completed. At this rate, it may take all night.
It will be worth it.
I have a couple things that I want to run by you to make sure that it's going to work.
We have all hands on deck, getting ready to host 140 guests at our Taste of Italy themed supper club event tonight. It's a great opportunity for me to celebrate our bounty of seasonal ingredients with an Italian flair.
I think these will be perfect, and we're going to roast them up and have them for dinner tomorrow night.
A Southern Italian dinner at the height of summer, when all the herbs in my garden are at the most plentiful, seemed like a wonderful way to get people out for a visit, to come together in the barn for a communal supper.
Send her to Italy. She's ready to go.
It's the morning of our event, and one of my favorite people is making her daily stop at my farm.
Good morning!
Hey, Jessica.
I have your arugula and your basil.
Oh, man, does that ever look beautiful?
Jessica is a hardworking organic farmer who produces some of the most delicious produce I've tasted.
This is beautiful.
Baby cut. First
Really
cutting.
beautiful.
Yep.
People are going to be able to imagine themselves in Italy when they're eating this, my friend. It is just beautiful looking. Thank you so much for bringing it by.
My biggest experiment with the supper was the decision to offer a quintessential Italian dish, an appetizer of handmade pasta. So I set a huge task for the kitchen, hand-rolling 450 perfect ravioli for our completely sold-out crowd.
So what's the total amount of hours we've put in on ravioli?
I don't think we even count that. You know,
Between you, Danielle, myself, and Jem Young,
like we've probably put in 10 hours on this ravioli.
it will be worth it.
With the ravioli almost done, it's time to move on to the rosemary focaccia bread. I feel a meal is never complete without a shared loaf of fresh bread out on each harvest table. The bread is a 2-day process. Yesterday, Jem Yang started the dough for 17 loaves, combining flour, yeast, olive oil, salt, and water to make a wet dough that requires a slow double rise. And now we're ready to roll.
All right, this is lovely. Lots of little bubbles. It's a lot of dough. So we're gonna shape the loaves now, because you wanna try to portion it in such a way that you preserve your bubbles. So your objective is really keep getting air so that it rises with all that nice air inside.
See, now I'm rocking.
These are gonna rise like crazy.
While we continue to cook in the kitchen, Nick and Amy start the setup of our barn. Our handcrafted harvest tables were specially made for communal gatherings like this evening's in the barn.
Yeah, if we just have that takes up like 2 spaces, then we're still getting more seating by putting the tables on either end.
I believe that the barn's just alive with every one of these events that go on.
Tonight's supper club is our biggest event of the summer, and we'll have to work at making sure that every table we have on hand is laid out perfectly.
So that's perfect. And there's still room for servers to walk through.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'll grab Mitch and we'll just start to pull a few tables around.
Another element that will set a beautiful table are the addition of some wildflowers from my garden. It's the idea of bringing a touch of the meadows inside.
So we're here today to just make sure that tonight is your crowning success.
Peter is an old friend and a wonderful gardener.
Like, look at these.
Who tends to my gardens with a lot of pride and joy.
To me, it's that wave of color that we almost don't want to disturb.
He's on hand this morning to help gather some of our simple pastoral blooms for rustic table arrangements in my collection of antique mason jars.
So I was going to go and cut some of the verbena because it does look so beautiful in the barn.
Yeah, purple is good.
at
Purple
all
and
these
white
bachelor-
hydrangea. Oh man, today that would
Yeah.
just be the wonder of it all.
Yeah. I mean, look at these guys, right?
There you go. Look at that.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, there we are.
We've got some flowers for tonight.
The kitchen now is a flurry of activity as everything must be perfectly executed. The ravioli, the fresh arugula salad, the seasoned steak, and the focaccia bread, they are all now in various stages of preparation.
That's it.
Meanwhile, Peter has picked some beautiful flowers, but they still need to be arranged, and the barn needs the finishing touches as the countdown continues for our Taste of Italy Supper Club. We're only a few hours away from hosting our sold-out Italian-themed evening at South Pond.
See, now I'm rocking.
It's a big event for us, and we're experimenting with dishes bursting with the fresh bounty of the season.
Good morning. I have your arugula and your basil.
I'm hoping every guest will feel they're taking a little trip to the Amalfi Coast this evening.
I'm always surprised to a certain extent of how much work there is involved.
So what's the total amount of hours we've put in on ravioli?
But I have the best people that work here.
I don't think we can even count that.
I mean, there was a time not very long ago, I did all of these things myself. I booked things, I rented things, I organized things, I sometimes cooked everything. It's been 5 years and here we are with 2 kitchens and people humming around.
This is the tiramisu. Mascarpone, egg white, and egg yolk with a little bit of sugar. And then we'll just have to garnish it to finish it with some cocoa powder.
I'm feeling really good about how everything looks. The food looks awesome.
I hope there's one left over.
There should be.
With the harvest tables in the barn ready, our setup crew has arrived. Ashley and Nick will set the tables with my vintage floral china.
So this is going to be the layout today. The same as usual, plates, cutlery.
So let's try to get napkins and plates. And maybe cutlery, but definitely napkins and plates in the next hour.
My daughter Grace and I are arranging the flowers Peter and I gathered this morning in my favorite spot, the flower cave, located right underneath the barn's floorboards. I just love arranging flowers with Grace. We plan to create some casual but elegant floral centerpieces, perfect for our Italian country-style supper this evening.
Aren't those nice? But look at these ones. Look how, like,
Yeah, those are nice. I think in a barn, it adds a little bit of liveliness to all the antiques and the brown.
Grace has a knack with flowers, and she brings a whole different set of skills to the task.
I was thinking that we could actually bring an arrangement up to the barn and see if we are happy with it. Oh, Lils, look at you, my friend. Okay, I think this one is actually really pretty, but
I think this one's the prettiest. But there are some down there and that one over there that look kind of
sparse. And I think this guy needs some help as well. We'll get some more flowers.
While I head back to the garden, Lisa and my daughter Olivia are in the kitchen overseeing the roasted tomatoes with a chiffonade of basil.
Liv, we're gonna save the juice from the tomatoes for a later use. Tomato soup, a veggie stock. And this is the fresh basil that was delivered this morning.
The food looks fabulous and the kitchen smells absolutely wonderful. But I've always found with big events such as this, there are always last-minute details that need immediate attention in order to get everything perfect.
I feel like they kind of need an adjustment. Quality control. Like this guy's, would be nicer if it was a little more centered here. I think we just need candles, salt and pepper, and butter. Right. It's actually a ton to do. Oh my golly.
We're ready for an evening of Italian-inspired food at South Pond Farms. Our supper club is sold out tonight with 140 guests in attendance. That's more than we host at one of our typical weddings. I've really been inspired by all the wonderful crops that surround me here at South Pond. Right now, everything is at the height of freshness and is bursting with flavor, especially the herbs. They're at their most abundant and are so flavorful this time of year. Our dinner tonight definitely takes from what is the best of Southern Italian cooking. It's simple in its approach, yet delicious.
It's a pizza time.
Out behind the barn, Jamyang is readying the stone oven for our cocktail hour. Tonight we'll be serving our South Pond take on crisp flatbreads brushed with fresh basil oil and the herbs Jessica brought over this morning.
This is the dough that we made yesterday. A little bit sticky. So then I put a little bit of oil. To the basil oil. Salt. That's it.
Okay, so I just want you to kind of walk me through the whole thing.
Okay, so
It's going to be fun. It usually is, and people enjoy it, and it's out of the norm for their experience, so I think it's going to be great. Okay, I'm feeling good.
What are you doing?
Tonight, our guests will enjoy what I consider one of the most beautiful sunset views on the property as they gather around the stone oven with its breathtaking views of the rolling fields. We're serving a classic Negroni at the bar with a special South Pond touch of orange lemon balm simple syrup. And our traditional stone oven wood-fired flatbread topped with basil oil infusion. As we set up for our dinner service, our guests will filter into the barn to enjoy our harvest tables, laid out with antique floral china and the purple verbena bachelor button and dill floral arrangements.
And now it's up to the food. So it's over to Lisa. Once the dinner is out, I'm relieved. Then I feel like I can actually, breathe and it's good, and I can have a glass of wine and I can really socialize with people.
Our preemie course is the sweet potato ravioli. With a garden fresh sage and brown butter sauce, we certainly toiled over the ravioli, but when I see the final result, it was worth it. Next on the menu is our arugula salad with baby cut greens picked this morning by Jessica at her organic farm and served in our handcrafted wooden bowls. And then out comes our main dishes of Italian cut steak with roasted garlic and rosemary, red snapper with a basil dressing, and field tomatoes from my garden, roasted simply with a basil chiffonade. And on every harvest table is a basket of freshly baked rosemary focaccia bread.
I've been around and I've been talking to some of the tables, and of course everybody's loving the food, you know, the ravioli, everybody's raving about. Everything's been a really huge success. It's been a beautiful night and everybody's really happy and the barn's totally full. So this has been like one of the best supper clubs I think that we've had yet, actually.
We're just starting to clear to get ready to ship out dessert.
For our dessert course, house-made ricotta with limoncello and wine-roasted figs, and the now classic Italian dessert of creamy coffee-infused tiramisu.
I'm thrilled about how many people are out tonight to once again a sold-out supper club. It is not something that I thought would happen twice in a row, so thank you so much for coming.
Lovely, as always. This is a magical place.
I really felt like I was right in the southern part of Italy tonight.
The conversation is always so interesting in these sort of long tables. And I never know who is sitting beside me. And that's the adventure, isn't it?
It's been a perfect day. Everyone collaborated. The sun is setting. It is just a beautiful evening. And it's been another successful day at South Pond.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Wonderful. Just a great experience. My first time, I'll be back.
I think we need to look at the December program too.